Jess on his right. Hey, hold up. Don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning. Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
When I wake you, Jake, I'll give you all of the sports takes. What's going on, Bakers? Good morning and welcome to Wake and Jake. Y'all smell good today. Happy Monday to you, Championship Monday. Big Sunday of football, big UFC fight. Conor McGregor got punched. He got punched in the face. How y'all doing today? Hope you're having a good Monday. It feels like we're over the new year. You know, last week was still kind of that, new year. I think last Monday is rated the worst Monday of the year. I saw that somewhere. So, analytics. Early analytics. Guys, let's do it. Big sports weekend. I know BBD wants to talk about Manuel Quickley's 30-plus points, but there were some bigger stuff, debatably, in the sports world. It's Championship Sunday. It's Championship Sunday, BBD, and I think the game that everybody's talking about, Stephen A. Smith, LaFleur. It was good. BBD put me onto that video. If you haven't seen it, should. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers in Lambeau Field. There's snow on the field. This is heaven on earth, baby. First quarter, Bucs strike early. Brady to Evans, 9 plays, 66 yards. Okay, so we're going to do this, huh? Green Bay comes back, field goal. Game was moving quick in the first quarter, even early second quarter. Game was moving quick. Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny. After the big Marquez Valdez-Scantling catch, 50 yards, caught it, 14-7 after playoff Lenny's 20-yard run. Like kind of the dream running back diving into the end zone there. Like bodies happening, going through two guys. Good for them. Green Bay field goal. We'll be talking more about Mason Crosby short field goals. This one was a big one too, 24-yard field goal. They had Devontae Adams on the first play of first and goal, goes off of his hands. They do nothing with it. And then Green Bay, I know you want to be mad at the refs. Scotty Miller, 39 yards to end the half. Tom Brady airs it out. King, what are you doing, man? You had a rough day at the office. Been there. Pretty much lived there. It's 21-10 at the half. I mean, they would have had a field goal attempt. It would have been interesting to see what suck-up looked like, but 21-10 at the half. And then they open up. Rodgers, oh no. That wasn't Rodgers. Was it? Was it a fumble to start the second half?
Yeah, it's on the screen right now, but it was Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones, that's right.
On a pass from Rodgers.
He turned, and I can't blame Rodgers for that. He got popped. Fumble, first play, Cameron Brate, back of the end zone, beautiful play action. Tom, when they start telling, 20 years from now when Brady officially retires, they'll start telling stories about how good he was at everything, and his play actions are gross. But then the Packers, go Pack, go, Robert Tonyan, man. I gotta tell you what, man, Robbie Tonyan. I love this guy. 28-17, Devontae Adams, touchdown pass, 13-play drive, 68 yards. They needed the touchdown. They needed the 2-point conversion, and it's dropped. It was deflected, but it's one of those, it was still spinning. It looked like an Eli Manning pass. You got to squeeze it. 28-23 in the fourth. Tampa's driving. Tom with a couple ugly interceptions. Just hucking it up there and praying. To no avail for the Packers, really. Suck-up kicks a field goal, makes it an 8-point game. Pack are driving. Third down, Rodgers, he scrambles. It looks like there's a lot of green in front of him. Tries to force it in, knocked away, and then LaFleur kicks the field goal, which, I don't know, man. I had a couple people send me the analytics chart thing, and it said it's basically the same result. Is it? Aaron Rodgers. Go check out Stephen A. on that. They kick the ball to Tom Brady, and they don't get it back. Because that's what Tom Brady has done for 20 years of football. The last play gets a lot of hubbub, a little bit of grabbing, a little bit of holding. They throw the flag late, which sucked. I mean, that was, as a fan, as a lot of people listening probably weren't fans of either of these teams, you just want to see the final drive. You want to see Rodgers with a minute and a half or whatever it was and see if he could do it. They throw the flag late. Probably should have been thrown. There was a couple Green Bay offensive plays that could have been holding called, and they weren't. So if you're a Packers fan, yeah, you're having a straight up not having a good time, dude. What's up, JT? Bucs win 31-26. Tom versus time. He wins again. He always wins, it seems. Patriots, Belichick, hello. This was the game of the day. Brady, 3 picks, 3 touchdowns, a lot of good Jameis Winston jokes. They were like, this was a Jameis Winston game. He did this all last season. Rodgers with some stuff after the game. Is he, leaving? Does he hate LaFleur? Is he done? I'm sure there will be many, many NFL offseason months to talk about that. Valdez-Scantling, 115. Godwin, 110. That one aired out early in the game. That kind of set the tone. Brady, 280 yards. Rodgers, 346. 3 touchdowns, 1 in. They couldn't really run the ball, man. And that's what I said as the preview, and if you watch the Packers last week. They are really good at running the ball. Aaron Jones, 6 for 27. Jamal Williams, 7 for 23. A.J. Dillon, 3 for 17. The game dictated that a little bit. Rodgers had to pass 48 times, and he was still pretty nasty. The Bucs advance. Green Bay, you can be mad at the penalties. Be mad at yourself, too. The Scotty Miller play is inexcusable. Devontae should have caught a touchdown on the first one. The 2-point conversion. Good for Brady, man. Good for Brady. He, when I was young, here we go. Ooh. When I was young, you always heard the story of the old quarterback that went to another team, and it was, sad. It was like Joe Montana went to the Chiefs, and you're like, And they're like, yeah, whenever you look at these old quarterbacks, people will look at Phillip Rivers in Indy and be like, oh, man, Phillip Rivers, he played in Indy? And there's a few of those over time. Brett Favre hopped around at the end.
Yeah. Jets year, a couple Vikings years.
Yeah. Man, Tom Brady, we'll see what happens in the Super Bowl. Personally think he's already won. He got there.
Back.
All the mean Rodgers and Breeze have only won the NFC title once. That was pretty... Kind of opens your eyes a little bit, as much as I defend both of those guys. To only win the NFC title once?
Yeah, only get to the Super Bowl once each.
So, Tom Brady's amazing. I don't really need to tell you guys that. Sorry, Green Bay. Could have won this game. How about the Glazer guy still owning Tampa Bay? Haven't seen him since the last Super Bowl. So, that was something. That was the game of the night, BBD. I think because there's 2 of them, we'll yam them out.
Yeah.
Might as well. How about the game of the night was brought to you by the new Wake and Jake channel. If you haven't subscribed, go over there. Search channels, Wake and Jake. We got a new channel. We'll be moving over there. I think Super Bowl Monday, we're lining it up.
There's a link at the top of the description and this live chat.
Ooh, there's a couple old posts over there. We're going to start uploading more, and we will start being live from there probably Super Bowl Monday. BBD, let's do the other game. Bills versus the Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. Don't know if I'm saying that right.
I think you got it.
And how about those Bills, BBD? A lot of excitement, a lot of analysts on the Bills, a lot of people buying in. BBD once called them maybe a team of destiny on Last Wake and Jake. And they come out and, hey, Buffalo, Tyler Bass, 51-yard field goal. Okay, big game. Big foot. Good for you, kid. Buffalo comes back. Dawson Knox, who I think he missed the Chiefs-Bills game the first time these two teams played. So, okay, it's 9-0. Missed extra point. We don't like that. But it's 9-0 Buffalo after one. That's the dream. And not to pat myself on the back too much, but last week in Jake, I said, if this game starts out 10-0, you almost tune in. So we tuned in, and Kansas City does what Kansas City does. Mecole Hardman, who, by the way, set up that touchdown from the Bills with the muff punt, which, hey, that's when you start thinking, okay, Bills, are we going to do this? And that's where this game looks deceptive in the end. The Chiefs basically gave him a free touchdown on a muff punt. Mecole Hardman, 3-yard touchdown pass from Mahomes. Darrell Williams with the 6-yard run. Clyde Edwards, he punches it in. 9-0 to 21-9 in about 10 minutes. That's what the Chiefs do. I mean, they're the Warriors of who used to be the Warriors of football. They can just blitz you and put up 21 points so easily. Bills, good for them. They march down. They kick a field goal to end the half. Actually, it's not good for them. I know a lot of people were mad at them because they were in the goal line, and if you're going to try to beat these Chiefs, you need touchdowns. Can't be kicking 20-yard Tyler Bass field goals. 21-12. Hey, prove us wrong. They did not. A couple field goals back and fourth, and then a Travis Kelce touchdown, the little shovel pass. Andy Reid, man, he's just having fun. He's just in the... I went back to NFL Fever. I want to say in ESPN 2K5, you could also just make up your own plays. And I think Andy Reid does that. I think Andy Reid does that. And he's having a lot of fun with it. Then it was 31-15, which is, I mean, danger time. 16 points. Buffalo, you'd have to be more than perfect from here on out. Josh Allen throws his first playoff interception. Chiefs march back down 38-15. Start the parade. Reminder, one of those 15 points was a touchdown on a muffed punt. Hey, the Bills fought towards the end. They get a touchdown late. Another field goal. 38-24 final. Chiefs are gross, man. Mahomes, 29 of 38 for 325 and 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 9 for 172. Again, it's very rare on an NFL field when you see someone that's just faster than everybody. Like the first, again, I'm fake old references today, but when Reggie Bush came out of USC, I was like, okay, this guy's going to be the best ever because guys literally can't touch him. A lot of the analysts said, like, no, he's not, because NFL speed, you get the fastest guy on every college football team. You put him on an NFL defense, and Reggie Bush doesn't look as fast. And that's kind of how his career played out. He figured it out receiving-wise towards the end. What are we even talking about? Sports! Tyreek Hill's gross. I don't know how you guard him. Him and Kelce are like thunder and lightning. Has anyone called them that? I don't think we've had receivers be thunder and lightning, but they are.
We're here.
Holy smokes, guys. How about that?
Doing it now.
Chiefs roll. I wish you knew this was going to happen. Poppy told you. And Poppy's here for you. 38-24. Chiefs are gross. Chiefs, Bucs, Super Bowl. Big Baby David, how are you?
I'm well.
How were the games yesterday? How are you feeling? What else did I miss?
I had a lot of fun with the games. Once the Bucs won, because I knew... Like, I was comfortable with either of those teams winning, but when the Bucs won, I knew, either of these matchups is going to be good.
Yeah.
Because, like, Packers-Bills would have been the only one that would have been kind of a stinker, and they both lost. So.
Yeah.
Packers-Bills. Of the potential matchups, that's the loser,
Bills.
right? And that wouldn't have been awful, but anyway. My only real note on the Chiefs game, besides them just being what we've kind of said all year. The first time I ever heard of Dawson Knox was yesterday. So Congrats.
It's a fun name.
Heard of you.
Fun name. Dawson Knox.
Says more about me than anyone else.
Feels lacrosse-y.
Yeah.
Feels like a lax name.
Stuck out.
Feels like a lax name. Kansas City, they somehow get 114 yards on the ground, too. Big part of that is a McCole Hardman 50-yard sweep as he was trying to make up for his mistake.
He's cool.
And they do pass runs. They do the shovel passes. Tyreek had one. They're gross,
They just do
man.
gross stuff.
How about Kelsey?
They're the type of good that, like, their blowouts are fun to watch because, like, you just start laughing.
Yeah. Kelsey, 13 for 118. Tyreek, 9 for 172. Nobody else had more than 22 yards receiving. And the guy with 22 was Byron Pringle. How about that? Byron Pringle. Where did he go to school? Let's look it up. Let's have some fun. K-State. Pringle. I'm all in.
All in.
Get the jersey.
160 yards and 13 catches all year.
Byron Pringle. Hot.
It's a great name.
Good-looking guy.
I will say that should be like a defensive back name rather than a receiver.
It does feel that way a little bit.
But I am comfortable changing
Pringle with the
narrative.
interception. Knocks him
Big
out.
hit by Pringle.
Pringle gets beat. So, yeah, I mean, Chiefs-Bucs Super Bowl, NFL dream, almost. I don't want to take anything away from Brady, and I've been on Mahomes all year. But, like, I don't know. This kind of thing makes me wonder. It gets me conspiracy theory a little bit. I'm not proud of it as a guy who loves sports. But, like, in the year that the NFL didn't make as much money as they normally make,
Make sure Brady gets there.
Brady versus Mahomes, I mean, this is their dream.
Get either your passing of the torch moment or the daddy's still here.
Yeah. So I don't
got
know.
really excited about the potential Bucs Bills with the Bills finally are good.
Yeah.
They win the division, they get through, and then they have to face Brady in the Super Bowl.
That would have
And
been
a home
fun.
game for Brady.
Yeah, the first home team to host a Super Bowl, right? I was mulling that over, and they announced it, but I was mulling it beforehand because they always talk about that, and the year it finally happens, it won't be like a packed stadium. And no offense, Bucs fans, but you're not known as being ravenous.
They are packing it, I think, more than like any other games this year, I think. I think they're still getting like
and
20K in
they
there.
did a nice NFL spin. They've got like 7,000 medical workers that
I think
have
like
the
half
shot
of
and
the-
everything.
Yeah, I think like
So-
half the tickets are going to local
Yeah,
healthcare
it's
workers.
the NFL, they think about these things. Are we excited for the Super Bowl? Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked. I
Yeah.
do have a few things to say about that Packers game.
Say it, baby. Let it
Let's
all
see.
out.
The Scotty Miller play like really, really hurts. Like the more you think about it, the more like how do you fuck that up? But that last sequence is the story. Number one, Rodgers probably should have ran that ball.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
like,
think
not
he
like the hottest
scores.
take. Yeah, I don't.
A
think
lot
he
of people were
necessarily
saying he
scores either.
scores. I don't think so.
But I
Rodgers
think
can't move like
I think
he used
at
to.
minimum he gets it to be like a 2-yard play, and you for sure are going for
Yeah,
it on fourth.
agree.
Like it's not a conversation anymore.
Agree.
That's basically the point. And they said it on the broadcast too, but like they're gonna need a touchdown either way. Like just go for it now, because you're kind of in the same spot. If anything, if you miss the fourth down, they're in worse field position. You're more likely to get another chance to go for the touchdown that you would need to score one anyway.
Yeah.
It's just really bad.
No, and that's where I think sometimes it's lame when people say, when there's a play at the end of the game that really decides the outcome, and people say like, oh, can't put yourself in that position. Well, try your hardest, do your best, like that Saints pass interference from a couple years ago. And you start doing they shouldn't, if they had played better earlier. Well, if the ref threw that flag, they win the game.
It
Like,
still happened.
That's it. For this, at Green Bay, the Devontae drop touchdown pass, go back and look at that. I mean, the announcers were all over them. They were like, Rodgers and Devontae complete that 99 out of 100. The rest of the plays in that red zone possession stunk. Scotty Miller, inexcusable. I mean, that's the difference of 3 or 4 points.
The Greg Williams special.
2-point conversion off the hands, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Green Bay. Tough. Going to be interesting to see how this Rodgers stuff actually sorts out. I don't know if he's actually hot or... They didn't show any interview. There was just tweets.
There's no sound bites, right?
There was just tweets coming out about it. So it's like, you never know.
And the people who were there were saying like that the tone is what you thought it was.
Right, and that's the thing. Rodgers...
But we haven't heard the tone.
Rodgers kind of naturally has a not great tone anyways. Like, unless he's being silly.
A little pissed off.
So, I don't know. It's going to be fun. I mean,
I saw was it Pro Football Focus or one of the reporters like already has their like these are the top 5 Rodgers destinations.
Yeah, that came out instantly. And people are excited, man. And
Pats need him.
Let's say Rodgers does move this offseason. Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, Stafford. I mean, those are dudes. Those aren't... Someone said, like, get excited for the quarterback movement this offseason, and they were like, yeah, it's going to suck for some of the free agent quarterbacks that normally get love, like Jameis, or they named someone else, and it was like, wow, you would much rather change for those 3 than take a flyer on Jameis. That being said, Broncos, go get any of those guys. I'm all in.
Russillo had a good video the other day. I know you do. About... Like
too much
about quarterback turnover team by team and how it has been a bit of an increase this year, and he ran through and just like it's only like 10 teams that like for sure know their quarterback for next year. And I think we added a couple that don't now because of the Rodgers thing since then.
Right.
So it's like, oof. And they drafted Love last year, so like in theory the plan was to move away from Rodgers sometime soon.
Yeah.
So, but Rodgers is still under contract.
They
right?
drafted
So they'd have to
Love.
trade him?
Well, I think his contract was up. I think that's part of it. Or no, that doesn't seem right. One of my buddies
I'm trying to
texted me
read
that.
his
Not a good
page
source.
now.
How about this, BBD? I'll distract because Sarah Slangs on Sports, just tweeted out Brad Hand to Babe Ruth. Brad Hand played with Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez played with David Wells. David Wells played with Phil Niekro. Phil Niekro played with Warren Spahn. Warren Spahn played with Ray Mueller. Ray Mueller played with Babe Ruth. Love that. How about a little baseball?
Like the Wells to Niekro
I'll retweet that. Who am I?
Was the one that really made that happen.
Yeah, Niekro Wells. That's a good one. So football fans, gonna be an exciting couple weeks. I'm ride the Chiefs till I die. If Brady does it, man. And I'm sure we're gonna end up doing like a full Super Bowl preview the Thursday before. The thing that I was thinking is people are hot on Mahomes, and they should be. Like, the way he plays is gross. It's never really been seen on a football field.
He's got like all-time
Andy Reid,
teammates
weapon.
around him.
He's got all-time potential. Like, especially with the league's heading, like Mahomes, in theory, if you had to pick the guy now that would be chasing Brady, it's Mahomes. I was laughing in my head that, like, depending this one game, it makes Mahomes' life that much harder. Like, if Mahomes wins, he gets a second Super Bowl. Brady's got 6, I think, right?
Yeah, he's at 6 now.
So it's either, like, 2 and 6, which is like, okay, so Mahomes has to get 4 in the next 15 years? I'm kind of in on that. But if he loses, then
and he beat Brady in one of them?
Then it's 6 in 15 years or whatever. So, I don't know. Some weird turkey math there. It doesn't always make sense, but process it.
We'll be feeling the effects of whatever happens here in a decade. I think it's a fair...
Yeah, I like that.
A fair take.
Dude,
and
if
a fun
Brady
framing.
wins... I haven't even processed that because I'm so on the Chiefs that, like, that doesn't make sense to me.
And the Chiefs are just so...
Tom Brady's
you cannot
old.
pick against them. But, like, Brady... It is a good team. They are a complete roster, and they just, like, get the Brady devil magic.
Know what tweets I do like is and I think they work better in baseball, but tweeting out guys that are younger than Tom Brady, but their careers have already long ended. Mm-hmm. Like Rafael Furcal. It's like an all-star shortstop for years, younger than Brady.
Yeah, we get a couple. The Cespedes guys, I feel like, get one of those out every couple weeks.
Dallas Braden's 37. And he
Substantially younger than me.
And he tweeted out, he's like, I can't move my arms for days after a weekend of softball. Tom Brady's 6 years older than him. So, I don't know. Tom's got to start selling the workout plan. Does he already? Is that TB12?
Yeah, that's the TB12.
Should we go on the TB12 diet?
I mean, truthfully, yeah.
Okay.
I know. I just know the only part I know about it is he doesn't eat tomatoes. So every time I like.
That's it?
That's the only part I know about it.
Okay.
There's a lot to it.
It feels like there's more to
So
it than
since
that.
like college, I had a friend who was a big Pats fan, so he would like just like say stuff about the TB12.
Sure.
And every time I've like taken tomatoes, also it's like Tom Brady doesn't want them. They're not good enough for me either. And I generally am fine with tomatoes, but the times I've taken them off something.
Tough times for our tomato advertisers. Tom Brady diet, whole foods-based diet that may aid weight loss, protect against diseases, boost your sports performance. Okay, need that. And recovery. Still, it's very restrictive, not based on sound science, likely difficult to maintain long-term. All right, I'm interested. I'd love to. Should we do it for a week, a month? What can I eat? BBD, find out what I can eat on the Tom Brady diet. That's the football. I mean, you're going to hear so much about Mahomes and Brady the next couple weeks. Again, Andy Reid. I mean, talk about a dude that can... Andy Reid, as of 1 calendar year ago, was a guy that couldn't win the big game. He might have back-to-back Super Bowls and Mahomes for another decade. So the story on Andy Reid might change fast. Bruce Arians is kind of fun. It's going to be good. Should we do a little baseball, BBD? You got some notes in here.
But just the baseball's happening.
People like baseball. Built this whole damn thing on baseball. Jameson Taillon trade for the Yankees. We did an emergency Talkin' Yanks pod yesterday. Flooded into the office. Had some fun with it. The Yankees, there's a lot of talent on the team. There's a lot of injury risk on the team. In this 162-game season, supposedly, after the shortened season, it's going to be very interesting to see how that looks. We're excited. I mean, I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm going to talk myself into Taillon being good, or Kluber being good, or Sevy being good. Haven't seen it in a couple years, but something's got to pan out there. It's exciting. The Yankees are officially exciting again. It'll be interesting to see if they're done or not. If you're interested in that, go check out Talkin' Yanks. Bunch of views over there. Live, baby. That's what we do. Brad Hand to the Nats. He was kind of the second biggest reliever on the market. 1 year, 10.5, which is funny because any team could have gotten him for 1 for 10 when the Indians DFA'd him. So it's like, again, it's one of those things that I'm not going to get mad at the Nats. They went out, they got their guy, but if you had this planned out a little earlier, you save yourself $500K.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's definitely weird.
Nats
but,
are a
hey,
weird
good for Brad
team,
Hand.
man. Nats, what are you doing?
My one
Like
of
you-
my good friends is a big Nats fan, and he's very excited about the offseason they've had.
They need another hitter, man. Right now they can't hang Trey Turner, Soto, Bell, Schwarber. Fun. Starlin, Yan Gomes, Robles, and Keyboom.
Ryan Zimmerman's back.
Zimmerman's back. I mean, their bench right now is Josh Harrison and Andrew Stevenson. And Zimmerman. They need another hitter.
Keyboom needs to
Like
take
Keyboom
the
and
step.
Robles.
One of
Robles,
you
you know
step
what you're
up.
going to get. He's going to play defense. Hopefully he can hit a little. Keyboom, I mean, they're like banking on him right now. They might trade for Chris Bryant.
It's been the rumor. Right?
Yeah, that's a fit.
Kind of funny that
1 year, you don't have to pay that much in prospect capital.
Are the
Yeah.
Real Muto I expect to be back in Philly, but they're supposedly one of the teams in on him, right?
I've always liked them for Real Muto.
They're not afraid to spend money.
Because it's like Yan Gomes and Trace Barea are your catchers. What does that get you?
And it is just
It's a hole
John
in
Gomes
your
is a
lineup.
fine backup at this point for sure, but
They need one more hitter.
Yeah.
There's still a ton of guys out there, dude.
You can go get a guy.
A ton of corner outfielders. If that team gets the DH, they're positioned a lot better.
And they think they're getting
that?
a DH, right?
Well, that's talk.
It would be
saw that?
pretty funny if we end up Harper was there forever, and his like two best friends in baseball, Real Muto and Chris Bryant, end up on the team after he's gone.
I like that.
That's just good humor.
I like that, dude.
I mean, the rumor during Harper's free agency was that he like wanted the Cubs. I mean, everyone said he wanted the Yankees because every year we say guys want the Yankees, but he wanted the Cubs because he's so close with Bryant.
Yeah. Here's this one kind of got overlooked. Profar got signed to the Padres. Like some decent money. 3 for 21.
It's a weird contract.
Is it?
He has opt-outs each year.
He has opt-outs?
Yeah. I like
Why?
triple check that, but
Sorry, Profar fans. Right now it has Profar and Sung Kim, the free agent they signed from overseas, on their bench. So, and Profar and Kim supposedly can play infield and outfield, so can Cronenworth.
The Cronenworth, they want him
Will
to play
Myers can move around. So they've got a lot of flexibility. They've got options. Again, if
Padres, get someone hurt, and then it'll sort out the play.
Or
someone will get hurt at some point during
add
the year.
a DH, and you can start doing a lot more things for them. But
Will Myers in the
yeah,
DH
and that
spot, cycle people.
I was gonna say that got overlooked because
Get Machado.
another baseball legend died right when this announced. Hank Aaron. It's nuts, man.
It's like 3 weeks.
Go look at the calendar year and like the Hall of Famers / baseball legends that have died. It's nuts. They showed like a roster.
Just since, just in the last 2 weeks, Lasorda, Don Sutton, and Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Like that would normally be like a year.
And just those three would be like, oh wow, we lost a lot this year.
A little bit of death.
And they're kind of like inner circle guys, but
little bit of death.
Death pod.
Should they retire 44? I'm kind of in on that. Hank Aaron went through some shit. And he's like the real home run champ.
He's like potentially. You're not wrong if you think he's the best who's ever played. Am I making it up? Did I hear somebody said they're retiring 44 for this year? I'm cool with the idea of like 1 year.
A 1 year retirement?
like a
That's
league-wide
tough.
thing.
What if you're 44 and then it's what do you wear for the year? I guess people can figure that out.
It might have been like the Hawks or something. Like it was another Atlanta team.
I think the Braves are wearing 44 on the sleeve.
Yeah.
Naturally. Some of the Hank Aaron stuff is silly.
It's a crazy baseball.
25 straight All-Star appearances. Think about that. Tom versus time. Not a Hank versus time. Holy smokes. Home run record. Just so consistent. Everyone always gets mad that he didn't hit 50. Like, I don't care. Give him a juice ball. He hit 355 one season. I don't know. Hank Aaron kind of doesn't get enough love because he doesn't have the crazy seasons. He's got one MVP, but also, like, that was 57. Like, who's voting on the MVP? They're, like, racist writers and stuff? I genuinely don't know. I'm asking. But I assume there was because this guy got hate from everywhere. R.I.P. Hank Aaron. Damn. Baseball talk. Check out Talking Baseball. Advertisement. Talking Baseball. What are you looking at, BBD? You look curious over there.
I I read someone say the Profar thing, but I guess I'm wrong.
Okay. Just dreamt it.
But it was I'm so certain I read it from someone. Sure. They might have rescinded it.
BBD dreaming about sports, maybe. If you like baseball, you guys kind of know where to go on our channel. We'll be doing Talking Baseball tomorrow. Catch you guys up.
Started doing stuff.
Springer, Blue Jay. Did we talk about that on here? When did that happen?
We didn't talk about it on here.
That
but
mid
we
last
talked
week?
about it last week. Yeah, that was the Tuesday episode.
It was Tuesday. Okay.
Or maybe we did. Did we do a emergency episode Wednesday?
Maybe we skipped sports. BBD.
We did because then the Brantley thing happened and we came back on Thursday. It's a 3-ep week.
Gotcha. Right, the
Cubs
Brantley.
got Romine 1 for 1.5, deep cuts.
You got some notes here, BBD. I saw a comment the other day right before we get to the comment of the day. Someone was mad about how I was pronouncing Jokic. I think I was saying Jokic because I like to call him Joker. And if you're going to leave a comment about that, like, eat 2 bugs. Maybe 3. You got a Jokic note in here that he went nuts in double OT. We're thinking Gordon Hayward might be kind of good.
Yeah, just looking at some stats.
BB notes.
Like, none of them are going to get bro of the night, but, like, Gordon Hayward, I feel like I keep hearing about these, like, good games he's having. I don't know what his numbers on the year are, but, like, I guess he's just good again. So not really worth the, like, huge contract they gave him, but hey.
24, 5.5, 3.5. Shooting 42% from 3 right now is nice.
I'm blanking on what the Hornets' record is, but I'm sure it's better than we would have thought they'd be.
I feel like they're in that Eastern Conference slog right now.
Yeah.
Their
There's
coach...
like every team's within 2 games of a spot if they're not in one right now.
Is their coach's name Barago or something like that?
James Borrego.
Borrego.
Same James. Hornets.
Oh, I can't believe you pronounced that wrong, Jake.
James Borrego. Got it.
Wow. BBD peacocking. Hornets are 7-9, which puts them in the Eastern Conference 6-12 range currently. Jokic is really good. Sorry for that one guy that got mad enough to comment, because I like to call him Joker. Eat a bug. Eat 2 bugs. BBD, let's get into the bro of the night. Or actually, no. Comment of the day. We have rules here. We have order. We live in a society. The comment of the day, Bakers. Wake and Jake Bakers. You guys, hot. Hot. I ask you guys, leave a comment. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about sports. Talk about how good BBD looks. Talk about how fashionable I am in 2021. Mostly sports. We could keep it sports. I like a good sports conversation. The comment that stood out to me, BBD, was Dallas Bruton. Wow, Dallas Braden and Dallas Bruton. Shout out on this show. Said, not sure if I sing the intro to Watchin' Baggage or the theme song to Wake and Jake more often in my empty house. Save baggage. We've come a long way in a few days.
A lot of ups, a lot of downs.
You don't know, Watching Baggage, fun show we would do on the Jomboy Jake TV channel. We are at peace with the Game Show Network. They're not going to end our company. We'd like to work with them so we could still do Watching Baggage. Right now it's on ice. Thank you guys. You guys all supported us, which was very nice. So much support. A lot of people like it. So hopefully we'll find a way to get back involved. It's probably going to take a while. Game Show Network didn't love what we were doing. I get it. But I don't. But I get it. I don't.
We weren't streaming it anywhere.
So thanks for that, Dallas Bruton. Again, the fact that was 3 days ago is insane. Insane in my brain. Insane in my membrane. And BBD, I put this down for you on the podcast app. We're at 269 reviews.
Nice.
So, pretty nice. Thank you guys. And again, we're going to be slowly drifting over new YouTube channel on Jomboy Media Family, Wake and Jake. If you go look up the channel, if you could subscribe there. I think our first ep there will be Super Bowl Monday.
It'll be the first full ep.
I believe.
Probably start getting the highlights creeping in there.
Makes sense. It's weird putting a long show on the main channel. There's some YouTube algorithm stuff. And yeah, maybe we'll mold that into like Jomboy Sports or something. We'll see. We'll see. We live, we learn. BBD, I also kind of missed this on the way in. Poirier McGregor, UFC. Watched it. When my UFC gear kicks in, it's kind of weird. Like, part of me doesn't like it, but I get dialed in. It's me on the couch with the dog, just locked into every fight. I know a lot of the guys now. You really can. You really can. And that's, I think in this weird COVID world we're still living in, when you can make a night out of something, it's a good feeling. McGregor got knocked out. He had a couple good punches early, and then he did the weird dog walk move. So I was kind of all in, and I tweeted out, like, this Channing Tatum knockoff can't hang with McGregor. And right then This is why you don't live tweet about UFC. Poirier went nuts. John Anik, the guy that broadcasts the UFC fights, he's really good. I like him a lot. He described it best. Like when Poirier starts coming downhill, like if he's coming in on you, you're in for a bad time. And McGregor got it. And he jacked up his leg. If you saw, he was walking out on crutches. And it's always funny because you watch these fights and you kind of start putting together your own thoughts, which is bizarre because I still don't know enough about UFC to say how they should be fighting. But like when McGregor was in that corner and he was just dipping and dodging for a minute, you're like, punch, dude, punch. Like that's the only way you're getting out of this at this point. And I think he just, whatever he did to his leg, he couldn't put anything on it, so he couldn't even throw a punch. So he was just doing that, and then finally he went low, got one right to the kisser, and it was the first time he's been knocked out in UFC. So that's pretty insane. Interested to see what happens from here. You know, I think there's something natural in UFC to being as hungry as possible. That when you get the kind of fame McGregor's gotten, I don't know, how do you dial yourself in that much that you need to do any... You know, that guy can get a paycheck doing anything at this point. Can he fully dial it up to come back? It's going to be interesting to watch. He said he wants to come back. These guys are 1-1. McGregor knocked out Poirier a few years back. I think it was like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. So, and when you start thinking about training and motivation, like that's been in Poirier's head, I bet. So it was fun. I can't believe how much I get roped into UFC. We'll see if Poirier becomes more of a star. He's kind of a cool guy. He's got a bar in Louisiana. Whiskey bar in Louisiana, doesn't Poirier?
That is a cool guy move.
Yeah, right. And we'll see, I don't know. Like McGregor could very easily be one fight away from his last fight, or, you know, does he actually have that champion inside of him that's like, let's turn it on and go again? It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't. Sure don't. Did you watch the fights?
I didn't. It's just not
It's okay.
on my radar at this point in my life. But I and Jake Paul still wants to fight him.
Yeah.
So like, is that gonna happen? He's probably gonna want to do like a. It feels rude to call it a real fight.
Yeah.
First. Can't.
Jake Paul, man.
And he had some good. He had a good.
He had the video.
Good lines.
Having fun.
Yeah.
$10,000. Just not my kind of dude. I don't know. He's got a good first name for a dog. UFC was kind of fun. They signed some new guy, and it's always interesting to see, like, is the new guy actually going to hang or get knocked out? He was awesome. He was the guy that did the backflip. That was pretty cool. So I don't know. UFC, they can really win a night. Speaking of win a night, how about the bro of the night? Whew. Segue.
How about that?
Bro of the night goes to standout performance. I had a bunch of bro of the night candidates that I've skimmed throughout this whole episode. I originally was kind of on Andy Reid. I think I'm going to settle back into Hank Aaron. How about timeless people? Hank Aaron and Tom Brady. Tom Brady left New England the Patriots way. Is Belichick the best coach ever? Is Brady the best quarterback ever? It's 1 year, and a lot can happen in a year of football, especially if Aaron Rodgers ends up in New England. But right now, man, Brady went to the Tampa Bay Bucs. The Tampa Bay Bucs, and brought them to the Super Bowl. If they win, my goodness, he could not play in the Super Bowl, and I think there's really no argument against him not being the best quarterback ever. He's awesome, and yeah, dude, now that I'm still in Henry Aaron's baseball reference, my goodness. Led the league in homers 4 times, which, if that doesn't sound impressive, get over yourself. He averaged, let's do, is this a decade? 57 to 67, so 11 years. He averaged 38 home runs a season. He didn't strike out a lot. He hit 318. He had a 380 on base. Like,
and he like never had Like, obviously, every year was a nut job year, but he never, like, had a 50-homer season.
No, and that's
Which is, like, one of the cool baseball
people kind of
stats
hold
you
that
throw out
against
there.
him, and it's like, why? Why? He's got 3 gold gloves. I heard people talking about his advanced base running stats. I'm not going to go there for you. He's only got the 1 MVP. Again, I'm sure if you went back through the years, you could doctor those a little bit and who's voting and everything that's going on. He's got the 1 World Series. He's got that home run that sent them, that won the pennant. That's an awesome watch if you haven't seen it. And, man, like, go listen to what he went through and go think about what you go through on a day-to-day. And holy crap. Hank Aaron, legend. Literally, we're talking about timeless wonders. Hank Aaron and Tom Brady. My goodness.
Deceptively, and I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way.
Sure.
But like the no 50-homer year, besides the MVP year, no top 2 MVP finishes. It's just surprising. And part of that is like who was voting on those awards. But the no 50-homer year, that's just impressive to me because that means like, and he still had the most homers by anybody. Because he like did it for fucking 25 years.
Yeah, man. He just didn't stop. I mean, if you're a baseball reference geek, I mean, there's a ton of bold. There's 100 runs every year for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, 37-year-old Hank Aaron, 47 homers, a 1.079 OPS, a little hiccup into the mic. So, Hank Aaron, RIP. Tom Brady, still doing it. Unbelievable. Those are my bros of the night.
That was like his best year. 37.
21 intentional walks that year. Led the league. Bang. BBD, your bro of the night.
My bro of the night is full homer stuff.
It's a little different wavelength than mine.
And it's just not. It goes against like every rule I have. Like they didn't win the game. I tried to avoid the New York stuff.
You're falling in love.
But it's Emmanuel Quickly, man.
Falling in love.
It's Emmanuel Quickly. It's so awesome. I finally ordered the jersey last night.
Huge.
Like it had to happen. Talking Knicks behind the scenes, which I guess we're recording tonight. Like in August when the lottery came out and we each just picked people, I like had him as the Knicks 2nd-round pick, and I just kind of kept with that. So that made me the Quickly guy, even though I didn't actually know anything. Just Quickly guy. And he comes in and he's just been so good.
Yeah.
And it's like it's night and day when he's on and off the floor. I'm like so done with Elfrid Payton. I mean, you literally may start him, but
Cole Tucker's favorite player.
It's like Quickly's got to play.
Yeah.
A lot more minutes. I guess I don't care who literally starts, but just really good. 31 points last night. Throwing some lobs, which you like. It's really good stuff. What was I just gonna say?
Doesn't take much for us Knicks fans.
Oh, it's there's a grander point that like the Knicks, they've been like for a long time they've been able to identify late talent.
Okay.
They've been like good at that, and Quickly is perhaps the best example because he like might be a keeper.
Be good if they were better at identifying early talent.
Yeah, they've been pretty.
But the late talent has been Mitchell Robinson.
They've been good at
Quickly
identifying
looks
late
good.
talent. They haven't harnessed it and developed it well.
Right.
New regime, so you give them benefit of the doubt to do that part for now.
Los Knicks.
But they've identified late talent. Going back, Landry Fields they identified. Didn't do anything with it, and he became bad immediately after.
People are having a nice Monday.
Billy Hernan-Gomez, nice 2nd-round pick. They've got Ron Baker for an undrafted guy. Good stuff.
No, nightmare.
Langston Galloway has turned himself into a nice little NBA career.
Name dot. No.
Identifying late talent, they've done. They don't do anything with it. They don't develop it. They don't turn it into the Knicks' success. But Emmanuel Quickly might be the game changer there. And he's just really good. He's really fun. The way he moves around, he's just so full of joy.
Yeah.
He's got that like bounciness
nice
to
guy.
him.
He has fun on Twitter. It's worth the follow there. IQ Godson. Emmanuel Quickly, Knicks rookie, BBD, just bought his jersey. Little bit of bias. 30 points in a loss. And that's Knicks.
But they were down.
That's the Knicks.
In the third quarter, they were
Welcome.
down 25 points. And on the back of Emmanuel quickly, they got it back within 3.
Welcome.
So pretty cool. Against a team that's like, I mean, are the Blazers actually good? I don't know. But they're
I
better
think they're
than the
doing
Knicks.
half well this year.
Good roster. People had them as like off-season winners. They filled the holes they needed to. They're missing Nurkic.
Hank Aaron, Tom Brady, Emmanuel quickly. How about that? How about Aaron Hicks golfing? That's making Yankees fans pissed. That golf tournament looks pretty wild. A lot of
what's the deal
athletes.
there?
I don't know. We'll get more tuned into that next year. Speaking of tuning in, BBD, what are we watching tonight? You got a couple NBA games, one college basketball game. I mean, no more football.
Yeah,
No.
just Super Bowl in a couple
Wow.
weeks.
It's
You
basketball
can watch
time.
whatever that Pro Bowl
I
thing
watched
is
a lot
next
of.
week.
I watched some college hoops this week, and I watched UConn lose, so that was fun. Bought a UConn jersey, so that's a little bit into my life. What else you got, Beepers?
Kind of a weird slate. Not a whole lot of ranked on ranked stuff between now and the next ep, but number 12 Texas Tech versus number 14 West Virginia tonight. That's the only ranked versus ranked game, really. I didn't see if Oklahoma State's doing anything. I like to keep an eye on Cade Cunningham, but I haven't checked their schedule. Tonight, Nuggets Mavericks. I don't think it's on national TV, but worth a League Pass check-in
Okay,
if you
League
got
Pass
that.
shout out.
They're both. I think the Mavs are 8-8, and the Nuggets are 9-8 or something. They've got like a similar record
Okay.
to similarly tiered teams. I think is fair to say. Go Nuggets!
I think Nugs fans would be mad at you for that, BBD. Nugs fans have done stuff.
They're in the
Mavs
conference
haven't.
finals. Mavs got to do it. And Lakers Sixers Wednesday night is kind of the game of the week.
Lakers, Sixers. Okay. Yeah, tune in. Saturday, I was like, I'm going to get into college basketball and do it. And I watched college basketball pregame show, and they talked a lot. Man, knock on wood and cross your fingers for March Madness, because what they're trying to do is crazy. They want every team. So, they're going to have to figure out March Madness in a bracket. And then every team that's coming has to be 7 days beforehand with no COVID tests. And then they have to come in with COVID tests. I don't know. I mean, hopefully it works. Maybe there's going to be some weird stuff at the beginning where, like, one team that was supposed to get in can't come play if they test positive. And then do you have replacement teams? Does that mess up the whole bracket? Like, I don't know.
They're going to get some game postponed, and we have to do like one of the first round games the same day as like the second round games are starting. There'll be something weird.
They're going to make it happen. There's a lot of money in
Make
play.
it work, and they lost it last
Dude,
year, so they're not losing.
So
again.
normally they do the conference championships leading up to the bracket, and like those are going to be teams playing, and they're like, should we even do those? Because if we have to bubble, what if we're playing a team that has COVID, and then I don't know.
I suppose, but I also like if you already bubble for that, you're probably.
But I don't know if
make
they
the transition to
are,
that
and then
easier.
it's like, do we even invite the teams that don't have a chance? But the whole part of college basketball is supposed to be having a chance. So I don't know. Whoever your college basketball team is, tune in. UConn's half fun now. Book Knight's hurt. Wow. James Book Knight, Emmanuel quickly. I think we got to wrap it up. Always a ton of stuff on the Jomboy Media Network. BBD, what do we got? Morning, rolling, talking Yanks, Tyone episode, ad. I think Pinstripe Strong, talking Nets. Nets still the talk of the town. Not winning a ton. They got to win. They got to win. And you guys know, I mean, GM Files, there's a really good one from last week. Listen, Aiken.
Another one coming Wednesday.
Another one coming Wednesday.
Jack Flaherty trivia show tonight.
Jack Flaherty Trivia Show. Good one. A lot of fun. Tune in. We'll be there. Make that algorithm, baby. Like, comment, review. Like, comment, review. Like, comment, review. Bake the algorithm.